Alrighty, so here we are in the Plenty Gorge, running past Kangas. We are putting the Orbea Rise H15 through its paces, having some fun on some jumps trails, and we're going to go do a bit more of a ride, hopefully before too much rain comes on in, and ride some trails. Alrighty, we'll get into it. Alrighty, a bit of rundown on the bike. So we've got the Orbea Rise, it's H15, so the alloy model of the bike. We've got the Shimano EP8 motor, which got that RS tuned by Orbea. This one's been upgraded. You can see it's got factory float, the 140 rear, and we've got the factory 36 150 on the front. They also upgraded the brakes on this one, so it's like the choices from Orbea. So we've got the Dior XT. I had to go and purchase the 200mm rotor for the front. As you can see, I've got that one on. I tried to get a 200mm for the rear. It definitely feels like it needs it. So as I was saying, I was trying to upgrade to a 200mm rotor on the back. But what I didn't realize is that this little black dot in between the two sort of rotor holders there is the magnetic sensor for the motor. So I have got that on ordered. So it's a specific like Shimano rotor that's got that built into it. So you didn't know, now you know that if you're gonna upgrade the rotor on the e-bike, check where the magnetic sensor is. Some have it on the spokes, some have it on the disc. But yeah, other than that, loving the bike so far. Let's put it on through her paces down the hill. Awesome little warm-up trail here at the gorge, old DH. So right now, suspension feels absolutely amazing. The rear shock, I love this Float X, and it just feels like it gives energy back so easy, especially off little singles and that. It just feels like you almost accelerate through each one, through each jig out. So solid. Coming down through this little rock garden, we'll take it easy. We're still on tubes. Remember, hop, drop, cut to the inside here. I'm liking the tubes, they feel good. So I will eventually upgrade to tubeless, but you know, giving it time. So the RS tune on the motor is quite interesting. It sort of definitely does reward a certain cadence. So you want to sort of stay in that sort of 75 RPM. And that's where it sort of sits in its power band the best. So if you sort of go above that, it definitely starts just unpowering itself. So spinning for the win isn't the best, and you certainly don't want to be grinding too much. The motor just sort of shuts up itself and says you're on your own if you do that. So quite interesting, takes a while to get used to, a lot of gear changes at the start, but once you get it, it's just like anything else. You sort of become second nature to just stay in that RPM, change gears often. On boost mode, I got it set profile 2 to boost absolutely full. And that's the second thing that's a bit of a get used to from a long bike, is the sort of engine after kick that it gives. So for every extra half a second, it'll boost quite a bit more. Certainly for drops, where you kind of have to do a little bit of a pedal up. That's the thing that surprises you the most, is the pedal. The engine just gives that little bit extra kick and you're sort of going off the drop bit, front wheel heavy, more than you expected. And you got just a little bit more power. Start a rock garden. Like that one, could usually bomb it with no brakes, but like I said, I don't want to get a flat too early in the ride today. Nice singles. We'll go for a double at the back here. Yeah, looking good. Alrighty, so we're at my favourite jump line at the gorge. I've made a few changes, got rid of a little single here. Jumped to the side of that one, I know about almost cleared that one. Just shows you how hoppy and jumpy and everything this one is. Oh, awesome through here, a bit slick, stuck up in the trees. No brakes, hop out, big whip, sick trail. Alright, so we've got a run here a little bit tighter, a little bit techier in the rock garden. Starting off on what's called route run to green. Usually I think it's a like connecting trail. We're just gonna pop off just a little bit in a second here. And this should connect onto a black, descending, really drop through here. Oh, a few pins into the hands. Alright, techie rock garden here. I've removed it. I'm pretty sure it's not that one. This one that I want to take. This will get me across the river for the first time. You can see the bike is really clicky. Really great. I'll throw around here as well. She weighs about 21, and you can see on the jumping lines, still plenty of pop on it, plenty of flick in the corners. I'm actually really liking the tyres as well in these conditions. Dissector on the front, the Recons maybe close to, oh, there he is, his limit, just a little bit of a slid there. For now, I'll keep them. No point in changing good tyres out. And here we go. I have to come here and play with all the different lines down this. But I think, well, like I said, we're running the tubes, so we're going to take the easier lines, avoid the flat. Alright, this is what we came for. Get these jumps again, down to the river. Can't forget this one now. This is it. Pull up. Oh, sick. Boys. So I'm riding the XL. Which fits me pretty darn well. I'm usually a large in other bikes, but I think this one being a bit more of a trail category bike. The XL, it's just that right on money in terms of the geo and reach and everything that I'm after. Bit of case, not too bad. See if I can get this one coming out of this off camber. kick. Try to be no brakes. Oh, case. Alrighty, this is the start of the gorge. I think we're going to go down here. That 180 on the back just doesn't have the extra little bite that you'd hope for when you're trying to trail around a corner like that. You don't want too much front, and the back is just not there to really hold its line. It pushes quite a bit. Alrighty. So I made it to the jolty jumps. Give these ones a little whirl. We start with a super sketch log hop. Oh, we're already over the engine. Good. Oh, we'll miss that one. I am deep. Gotta really make sure we're off the brakes halfway through this one, because these get up high, drop it down. Bit skinny coming up, drop it down the trail. You don't want that extra little burst after a little kick pedal. Oh no, not make it this time. I made it another run. I'll put that up on the video. Very stable bike. So we're gonna bomb down this trail. It's maybe a good one to hear that Shimano rattle of its E8. It's there. I think it's pretty good. It's not the worst thing in the world. But it's definitely there. So guys, now I've had the bike for about 6 months now. Changed a few things on the bike, unfortunately, for a whole month. The rear hub was warranted, the free body sort of gave in, so it took a while with the bike industry at the moment getting parts. So that's all replaced now and working really well. Then as you can see, I've gone for a bit of a purple sort of theme, so purple race face, I believe turbine pedals. I've got E13 valve front and rear for the tubeless. You can see the other ones in there, and I have gone and got that 200mm rotor now, the Shimano specific e-bike Shimano Steps one, as well as I've got a drink bottle holder now. You can see that it's a bit of a small drink bottle that fits into that triangle quite nicely. So getting this bike, think of that one. Then as well, just to add to the color a little bit more, I've gone the Ergon G1 grips with that oil slick, as well as the race face turbine stem, and a bit of a purple, I think it's capped out, like deer geometric shape thing. Looks, I think, pretty sick, going with a bit of a Kashima purple sort of thing to it. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments, but I wanted to just add a few more things to the end of this video of what I thought was good about the bike and what I've been really enjoying. All right, so one of the things I love about the bike now is how it helps with these difficult climbs and these real techie things. I feel like using this bike to get me going has made getting more technical climbs on the analog bike easier as well. So you sort of get to figure out the line. Obviously it's a lot harder on the analog bike, but once you sort of get it on the e-bike and sort of figure out the traction and everything, makes it just that bit easier. But obviously as well, just ripping along these flat sections, I feel like this is what this bike is absolutely made for. It is just quick through the corners and still poppy. If the trail has any little features then you come up against. Sorry for the wind, a bit windy today. Still hit to pop of a little jump like that that's been demolished. Ooh. Actually, I've replaced the rear tire to a dissector now, so I'm hopefully in these conditions it's really hooking up nice. I think we will go the axle guy eventually on the front, but for now we're doing pretty good. Going up into the trees there. The e-bike in this is you don't have to get up and push up these little sections. Just get up them with the e-bike power. Wrong gear, but you get the idea. Quick little flick on the front wheel, plenty of speed, and just like that, whole line done. You can move on real quick if you just want to get one run of things. Super fun. So the brakes are starting to really get bedded in now. They're getting better. I mean, like, you know, most consistently now I can get a good endo going on. I'm not the best at them, but you know, love practicing them. The back brake, the 200, is definitely straight away feels much better than the 180. And now that it's had a little bit more time to bed in as well, I think I missed out on a month of riding it. The more I bed it in, like just heavy brakes at the start of a ride in the car park, get it up to temperature, more it is absolutely gripping more like you would feel on an analog bike. That's actually giving you some stopping power, holding up in corners a lot better. Fun little poppy thing off the side here, which with this bike, how flicky it is, just so much fun. As for can this thing jump, definitely starting to get used to feeling up the slightly heavier bike. Bit too much brakes on that one, but yeah, feels really good in the air. If you get the suspension just right, definitely gives you quite a lot of reward in the pop department.